It's a real state of mind.
79 days of walking, over 3 million steps taken, and the delivery of moccasins to the 215 unmarked graves found outside the Kamloops Indian Residential School. It's a journey one Winnipegger dreamed of and knew she had to take for those children who would never take a journey of their own.
There's a dream they just said I'd figure out when the time comes. And in that dream, I heard the words, save the children. And that was, I'm 38 now, so that was 20 years ago. When I heard those words, it just all started making sense. Every single thing in my life, good or bad, anything that's happened led me up to this moment. And the only thing I could do to show my support for the children that were also in my dream was to walk.
Jasmine Lavallee remembers feeling devastated the day ground-penetrating radar was used outside of Kamloops Indian Residential School. She vowed to begin a journey on September 1st to walk from Winnipeg to Kamloops with letters from residential school survivors and pairs of children's moccasins.
Everyone's tired, sore, like we're feeling it now, but it was all worth it. It was all every little bit of pain I would feel will never amount to what the children went through, what our survivors went through year after year with not only the abuse from school, but then the addictions that came after.
The journey was long and tough to say the least, but it wasn't just 2.5 months of walking that bore a challenge.
An older white guy is like, yeah, didn't they pay you off already? Didn't you guys get thousands of dollars? How much more do you want? And I was like, we don't want anything. We don't want no money. With that being said, it's anything that's ever, like, if anything happened negative on this journey, the kindness overshadowed it completely to the point where I don't really recall his whole conversation word for word.
Lavallee spent the first 2 years of her life in a cast from her waist down, being born with displaced hips. Her mother was told she would live life from a wheelchair. Lavallee did what seemed impossible then and has now completed the improbable with help of close friends. Her moment in front of the former residential school, though, outweighed it all for her.
And I never felt one bit of pain along the way. Like, it was heartbreaking, but was so humbling. I was really mixed. And then they walked us down to the crime scene is what they're calling it, which it is. So there we had to stop filming and we went in and we laid our broadcloth for the children and whatnot. But that's, you don't know exactly what you're walking into. You can't be prepared for what you see there, even though it's just markers like sticks in the ground. It's heartbreaking.
The support from strangers overwhelms Lavallee, who says it's a journey that will forever impact her life, but she wants the focus to remain on raising awareness for all Canadians.
It's going to be better tomorrow. There's love out there. There's kindness. Our survivors are seen. They're heard. Their voices are heard. It took a long time for the rest of Canada to see them, but they do. They do. We have people of all ethnicities come up to us on that highway and cry. And like a lot of them said, like, I'm so sorry, I didn't know. And at that moment, I looked at them and I'm like, I'm sorry because I didn't know, you didn't know.
Lavallee's journey isn't over, she tells City News. While she is taking the winter off, she plans on heading east of Ontario to continue to spread awareness. She will take with her some of the moccasins for the other lost children she expects to find. In Winnipeg, Brianne Foley, City News.